Give me a thumbs up if you've received it. Nice.
We're talking about the survey that you put.
Yeah, if you received it,
Yeah,
give me a
we
thumbs
in
up.
the.
Cool, perfect. All right. Yeah, so just fill it out. They want you guys to fill it out, so just fill that out to the best you guys can. I don't know what it says, so uh, just fill it out. You spend the first 10 minutes with that while we wait for the career support group to come in. Uh, Gabriella is going to come in. So I did provide the same link that we have. Uh, so just waiting on that. just waiting on the career support. Just waiting on them to come in. Don't know how long, but just waiting. She rescheduled to next Wednesday. So next Wednesday they'll come in. Yeah. So her name is Gabriella, but next Wednesday she'll be in. All right. So Guillermo and Sahil, what pass username and password did you guys use for to log into Debian?
Oh, remember last time I wasn't able to, even though I did like Debian Deb, and I hit 1 2 4 5, it didn't work.
And even Debian didn't work.
Yeah, it did. What's his name? God, what's his name? Did Daniel Martinez look into it, or
Say it again.
did Daniel Martinez look into it?
Um, I thought he got into it. Guillermo, you was able to get into it, correct?
Yes. Right now, it's supposed to be I take the report JSON. I'm not sure if it is good.
And you
But
used. Oh,
yeah, I
you got
used
a
the
report,
Debian.
Justin?
Yeah,
You do.
I got it right now, the report JSON.
Oh,
So
perfect, perfect.
how you
That's the.
can, I mean, how I can send to you for double check, because I try to take from the Debian
Mm-hmm.
but to my computer, but it's not.
You still don't have internet access
No.
on Debian.
Uh no. You can see my
Wait,
screen.
so first, before you show your screen,
Okay.
you used did for the password and username. You used Debian and Debian.
Yes. Yes, it's
Okay, yeah,
Debian
cause
11 X Force.
okay. And what version do you? So it's two different versions. Okay.
Yeah, I
Uh,
download this for the emulate.
okay. You have a MacBook, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Dang. If those two are not the password, I just double checked. Um, Deb, the password should be lowercase Debian in lowercase Debian for password username. It should. So I have the other version, which is the Deb, and then the 123, uh, 123 4 5 6. But yeah, it's. I'm trying to double check to make sure that I'm not telling you guys wrong. It, those are the right letters and numbers, but we're trying to figure out where they at. Uh, Mine's work for Deb 1 2 3 4 5 6. Guillermo's work for Debian Debian. So Will, what version do you have? Is it the version that it wants you to download inside of for geeks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was definitely that one. Because I had to redo it, so it was the one that is in the 14s.
You say you have to redo the one for in for geeks.
Yeah,
Try to let me see. Let me go back to that Debian machine file. Got the file. And Deb 1 2 3 4 5 6 did not work
no.
for you, Sahil. Also,
Sorry, come again?
so the Deb 1 2 3 4 5 6 didn't work either.
Oh yeah, it did work. I mean, I can try again right now and see if it works.
Um, I mean, if you know it don't work, it is no sense of trying again. But this is the same file, correct? That you guys are getting from 4 Geeks.
Uh, yeah, and even if it doesn't work, I already installed Kali Linux. Am I able to use that for projects?
I want to say yes, but I think in Debian uh, it's the certain only reason because it wants us to create it inside of Debian. That's why I don't want to stir you
That's
different.
that's where
Um,
that's where I was at with it all because it wants you to open up these
yeah, it
foot
wants you to
projects that
open
want
up
you to
Debian,
yeah.
but you're
Yeah.
you're also able to open it up in code space. But yeah, you're able to open it up in code space. But do you guys have code space?
Uh, that thing where it says at the top open in code base when you start the project? I don't think I do.
It should have been like that very first project that you was able to do, and it said open in code space or code spaces. Hold up,
Understanding the net internals?
not that one. Hold up.
Maybe it's in the package tracer thing.
I think it was in the um. I think it was in the command lines. Command. It was making hello. Um, initiating hello. Trying to find it. Sorry. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. It has to be this one. No, it's not that one. Okay. It was in the command line challenge number 6. So introduction to Linux. The command line challenge. It says share my screen. If you go to If you go back to Introduction to Linux, number 6, code spaces. What are code spaces? It should open. Oh, I thought it was going to open it up. I thought it was going to open it up. Wait. But that's code spaces, but it. Dang, what was that? Okay. Yeah, let me see. So you guys have GitHub, correct? You guys have GitHub?
Well, oh, like the account?
Yeah, and it's GitHub, and then it's connected to 4Geeks or no?
I can double check with you real quick.
Yeah, the code space was found in the pre-work, but you're also able to create code spaces through GitHub, and code spaces are basically like a terminal you can create um, and do stuff in.
Now, man, I'm signed in. I guess it's like connected to my GitHub.
You in Debian or GitHub?
I'm in GitHub right now.
Okay,
See like.
so with GitHub, wow, what was that? Okay, so let me. So let me go back and share my screen. Uh, so in GitHub, if it's connected to uh, 4Geeks, you should be able to connect it from 4Geeks. Have a respiratory, but let's say go to code spaces, correct? And if I go home, code spaces, blank. Oops.
You go codespace.com.
No, it's in 4Geeks. It's a tab in 4Geeks when you click the home button.
Like on the dashboard.
Yeah. Oh, did you see it? Hold up.
I'm gonna find it.
Um, so I would. So if I click, this is my dashboard. I'm home. If I click the three lines, I go to code spaces. And
I'm on like the 4Geeks like dashboard. So how'd you get to
no, the GitHub dashboard. Yeah, and you can create a.
I see
but
code spaces. I see
yeah,
I see.
So you
Yep.
can use code space, but you'll have to fork it in there. You'll have to fork it in there. Just use the. You have to fork it in there, and once you pull up the code spaces, this will pull up. And then you go in and you can start forking it inside there. Follow the instructions that it says. Just fork it in there, and then it'll create that separate file. And you should be able to run your so once you fork it in there, it will create that file over here in this area, and you'll be able to run your commands. Once it's in there, you click it, it should pop up as far as with the instructions and everything. But for Debian, Guillermo tried to save that file to that report JSON file to your computer. Try to, so you can upload it.
Yeah, in this
But
moment I try to connect the Debian to DHCP. So for the IP. I'll try to do that. Forget a connection.
You said the connection. You're
Yeah,
trying to do
I
what? I'm
try
sorry.
to. Yeah, I try to connect the Debian to the IP.
I can see your screen. Your IP address. What's the, what?
Yes.
Okay. May
Let's
I see
see.
your screen?
Just give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. So right here, it is the report.
That's the one you created, correct?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So from there, so
This is the answer for the report.
yes, that's it. It has to be filled with yes, that's it has to be filled with that information. So see if you can save
Okay.
that to either. Well, you said you don't have internet access on Debian, so you don't have to worry about
I
that.
mean,
But
right
see if you,
now, if we check right here, I have connection for NMPO is 1, but I'm not sure if I can, because I tried to go to internet right here and it doesn't work.
yeah.
This one.
So just try to save. Right click it. Try to. Oh snap. Okay. Wait. Send to. Uh, Try to copy and paste it. Copy and
Copy.
then try to paste it into uh,
See.
your desktop or files or anything. And with the Debian, try capital D Debian and 1 2 3 4 5 6 for the other two
That's for
guys.
me?
No, for the other two guys.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Try capital D Debian for the username and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 for the password and let me know if that happens. But yeah, so yeah, see if you can paste it somewhere where you're able to upload it.
I mean, I can paste that in another, I don't know, docs. Just put the name report point JSON.
Yeah, but it has to be that JSON file. So
Yeah.
see if you can so when you go upload, it say you can uh are you able to drag it? See if you can drag it somewhere.
Yeah, the capital D, Debian, the one,
Yeah,
two, three, four, five, six didn't work.
that one didn't work either. Wow. She just told me that that's the one that worked with the capital D. The capital D didn't work. Wow. Okay. But yeah, Guillermo, just try to keep trying to save it into your computer for you can upload it to 4Geeks. Uh, it was supposed to see if you can figure out how to get internet access on Debian, and you can be able to use Debian to upload it through the 4Geeks. Uh, that was the whole plan, was to use Debian's internet access.
In this moment, I can create a report JSON in my Visual Studio Code. I copy and paste the answer for that
Yeah,
report.
because it asks you to upload. So just try to upload it. Just try to upload it,
Yep.
and tell me what happens. All right, so you guys make sure that it's the file that's inside of 4Geeks. It should be the new version, not the old version. So make sure you have the new version. Um, so it should be the new machine, not the old one. So it should be the new machine. Uh, if not, you guys gonna have to use the code space. You're gonna have to use the code space and then fork it in there, and then follow those commands that I gave you. So for our alternative,
So you're saying the Debian or the virtual machine has to be the new one? 'Cause I
the
redid
Debian has to be the new one, the new version Debian. Uh, it should be the Debian that's inside you guys' file, or
Yeah, it is.
uh,
Because I redid it. Remember, this is a whole new computer, so I
yeah,
redid it, and I seen it didn't work. So I just redid it again, and I'm like, okay, I'm still not able to get in.
yeah. The thing about it, the Debian is downloading, it's running, and everything. It's just getting that
Not letting me
password.
in. Hmm.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. If Deb and then password 1 2 3 4 5 6 didn't work, if Debian and Debian didn't work, if Debian 1 2 3 4 5 6 didn't work, I honestly don't know. Because it worked for me, it just worked for Sarah. It worked for one of those passwords, worked for Guillermo. So I think it's the version you have, but I wouldn't know. I just know that old version is not it. So whatever new version there is, try to find that new version. Let me see. They should have. Yeah. So let me see. Yeah. Once it's that Debian machine, but I think this is the
When you say
because
new
with
version,
because with Guillermo the Mac, it's an iOS file, but it's to emulate the machine. So it's basically emulating the machine. But with Windows, what we have we download the OVOA file, which is imported into the virtual box to create that Debian machine. Uh, so um,
when you say the new version, isn't it the new version that it gives you right on there?
I believe
So
it's that version.
yeah,
That version right there. That's that it's telling you to download. That should be the new version.
yeah, and
Um, yeah.
that's the one I
So
did.
the so try so for this project. So for creating an update system script, and it says click here to access the Debian virtual machine file and installation instructions. Click that one. That one should be the new version. But if you've been clicking that one the whole entire time, um, yeah, I don't. But it should be that Debian file because it's downloading, and because I'm even trying to re-download it because it worked for me. So I don't even know why it's not working for you guys. Um, and and then Sarah said it worked for her also. Uh, but you're able to.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me see.
What's up, Chinese food, puppy?
I guess.
Okay, we're on the way.
Hold up.
Come on, just 1 minute. It's just so much food. I'm showing him the hospital with something.
Yeah, so she just logged in.
No, I'm hungry.
All right.
So I'm gonna bring Sarah in, for she can. All right, Sarah's about to come in. Um, for she can see exactly what version you guys have because the passwords are working for her. So she'll be able to tell you exactly what to put in because uh, our password works, but she just logged in using the passwords that I just gave. So it's impossible for me to tell you something different, but she's did it. So uh, she's gonna come in and see exactly what uh, what version you guys have, because they did add two. I know there's two versions. One that is primarily mostly in Spanish, and there's another one that's mostly in English. And the
Open
one that
Angel.
said again.
They just called me. Huh? You could have told me. Like, I'm saying, I know.
Yeah, so but she's about to come in. Maybe she can share her screen and actually put in that password and show you guys. Cause mine's is Deb 123456, but I never re-downloaded it. But I just re-downloaded it, so uh, I'm gonna import it all over again. That's just gonna take a while for me to do that. So she's just gonna come in uh, and show you guys. Because yeah, if you can't get into Debian, the project today and the other 2 days are gonna be playing catch up. But um, but when she's done, we're gonna when she's done, we'll be able to. We won't be able to do that project today in class, but you still have the time to do it. Uh, you're still gonna have all the time to do it. I believe the projects needs to be turned in and ready to go before you graduate. So um, as long as you're not behind on the lessons, um, you have plenty of time. The only thing is too you don't want to be too far. So I'm understanding that you don't want to be too far behind on projects when um, you don't have to be. So that's why I was trying to make it easier for on the projects for you for uh, we can kind of skip those processes. But when she come in, I already explained to her. So everybody has Debian ready to go. It's just the passwords and username that were provided are not working. I guess for the newer version. And then I have two people told me two different passwords, so that's why I was relating those passwords to you. Um, so I'm waiting on the other fellow to give me some more feedback. But everyone is saying Deb 123456 and and Debian. So yeah, so just give it a couple minutes before she could come in. Uh, but did everybody fill out that link I did send you guys? Correct. Make sure you guys did that. Probably wait. Uh, but if completely we can't get into Debian, hopefully she's going to provide those things for you. But if we absolutely can't get into Debian, we're going to have to fork it and clone it into the code space. Uh, and which is much easier because you won't have to deal with your computer holding you back. Um, I was just trying to do it in Debian because that's what they're requiring us, but I believe it's okay to not do it in Debian and to use the code spaces because a lot of uh, a lot of computers uh, won't be able to do the necessary things that it needs to do. But yeah. But for the meantime, see if you can access those code spaces. Will and Sahil. She said she's gonna be in, so I guess people. Yeah, sure. Let me put this inside the. Today's lesson inside the chat.
Hello.
Hey, Sarah. So yeah, so we all have Debian ready and set. I still have the other version with
Okay.
the Deb and 12345 6 password,
Mm-hmm.
but none of the passwords that were provided wasn't working for Will and Sahil. Guillermo, he has Mac, so his is able to emulate the Debian. So he has the MacBook, so that's a whole nother file. But Will and Sahil uh, can't see. They have Debian, everything's ready. They can't seem to get in with the username and password that is
Um,
provided.
so I should ask Sahil and Will, when did you download the new image from the repo from GitHub? When did you clone it?
I never really cloned anything. I only got the Debian from our lesson, our module for a link.
All
So I
right.
don't really clone anything.
The reason I'm asking that is before you guys took a break for like 2 weeks, that was a different image. That was a different image. So when you came back, they updated things and they put on a new image on there. So you will have to delete the you have to go to your command prompt, pull up your command prompt, delete whatever you have on there, and then go to the class. I have it open. Let me just speak. Let me make sure we're talking about the same thing. Are we on Linux administration, creating an update system script for Debian? Is that where we are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's number 4, project, the Linux, the chapters, if you follow the breakdown. So that one, if you click on it, it takes you to the instructions, and you see why it has the blue bar, which is open locally on your computer. But that's the second step. The first step, you see the highlighted blue Debian virtual machine file and installation instructions. You have to go there first and download a new updated image. You get me?
Where is that?
You guys understand?
Where's what she's looking at?
So we are.
Are you able to share your screen, sir?
I'm on a different computer. I have 2 computers. I was working on the other.
Okay, okay.
So that's why
So
you're
let me
saying.
share my screen, and you just tell me if
Okay,
it's correct.
please. Yeah.
So, oh, wrong one. Sorry,
Oh, it was okay. It was coming up.
it's this one. All right. Here
Right. So
in this file.
right. So scroll up. Yeah, you're on this page, but then you need to go back for them to see how you got here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So this line here, scroll up. You're on the correct page. Just scroll
Okay,
up.
cool.
So
Yes,
you see where
create.
it says Debian virtual machine, which is highlighted blue, green, whatever that color is. They need to click there, and then after you click there, it will take you to, and then scroll down. Here, this one. This is a new updated image machine. So you'll need to click here, and then it will take you to GitHub. Click on it, and then you will have to
Well, mine's automatically downloads. Yeah.
Oh, it's okay if it downloads, even better. So because from
Yeah, that's the one I have.
And the passwords, and were you able to use these passwords right here?
So instead of Deb, it's Debian.
Okay,
The full
Debian.
name. Instead of Deb,
1, 2,
it's
3, 4,
Debian,
5.
and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That worked for me, so because I asked I forgot his name, and he's the one who took it. One day he looked at it and he said, "Oh, it changed, so it's now Debian instead of Deb."
Is it a capital D or a lowercase d?
It's a low. Let me send you the let me double check what you sent so that I don't give the correct.
It is a lower case D.
It's lowercase. So did it work?
You got into him?
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. There we go.
It's not just
Will, what about you?
So is that all you needed? Are we good?
That was
William,
it. So
are you okay?
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
So it's the lowercase d, Debian, and then password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
Right, Sahil?
Yeah, just lowercase.
All right.
Spell it out completely, and then use the same password. So now I'm officially in.
Woo-hoo. Good.
Okay, perfect.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump in
Thank you
because I
so
was
much.
working on something else. So if you guys need
Yes.
any help, just drop a message. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, got you. No problem. That's all we
Okay,
needed.
bye.
Thank you. All right.
Bye.
All right. So do that. So you was able to get Sahil. So Will, what about you, bud?
Yeah, that worked.
That worked? Okay,
That
cool,
worked.
cool, cool, cool. All right. That was better. See, if I don't know the answers, I'm gonna do my best to get you guys the answers. So uh yeah, so yeah, now we're in. So now, matter of fact, we're gonna hold another. We got this just because we got all on the same foot and all in the same direction. Now we're gonna use the rest of this time to work on that script for Debian. Okay. Friday. Let me see. Let me see what we got going on Friday. Let's see. If it's short, we can squeeze in two things at once. Since we got Debian up and running, everything should be smooth sailing from here. So I've sent you the instructions for the script. I've sent you the commands for the script.
You
So
sent that on Slack.
no, I sent the imptables on Slack.
Yeah, I
But
saw
the
that.
what's next? So I'll send that one again. I'll send that one again. No worries. I'll send that one again. But let me see if we have on Friday to see if I'm able to squeeze in two. So 1 second. Because I don't want us to be too behind. That Cali day was that day to catch up on a lot of things. But let's see. So server backup. Server backup on Friday. Okay, pretty pretty self-explanatory. Let me look at the project, see if it's uh, okay. So that one is gonna need a text file. All right, so yeah, so in order to do the Friday's project, we're gonna need to do today's project, but we're gonna move that to Friday. Um, uh, so over the weekend, uh, so all I'm gonna do for Friday is go over service administration. You guys gonna do that project, and then at the end, probably like 30 minutes at the end of class, because I'm going to that one should be a little bit easier and quicker. It's still some brain power, but yes. Um, but with the server backup, you're gonna need to do that project after the project deploying to WordPress. So that's the only way you're gonna do it. So before you start, you're gonna have to have already deployed WordPress site on Debian. So you won't be able to do that project if you didn't do that. So this is what we're gonna do for the rest of class. So Guillermo, you've already completed it and created that file. So
Well, I tried to upload the file into 4 gigs,
uh-huh.
but it's in a, I don't know, just say it's in a ground. So I
It
don't
says
know.
it's not uploading. It's an
Yeah, it's
error.
not. So I don't
Okay.
know if this the page or I don't know. The first one
Okay.
because
Okay.
I didn't get the other one, the IP tables, the pink IP tables.
Yeah. So no, I'm going to resend all of that, and that's
Okay,
where we're going to. That's what you guys are going to be doing for the rest of today,
okay.
because we just now got uh, we just now got the Debian up working. So let me go and get that for you. You guys can start working on that and get that up. Just give me 1 second. So these are the creating a script and Debian instructions. These are the so like I said before, these are the commands, but uh, all the notes and everything that I've sent and all the notes that's inside your modules um, will have the commands that you will more likely need. Uh, so, uh, so these are the commands. All right, then. And I've sent you the iptable commands already individually, so I'm going to send you the iptables. I'm going to send you the iptables instructions. Yeah, so when it says clone, you're basically cloning it into that. The cloning clones, it means copying. You're basically copying it inside the Debian. So I'm just eliminating that step for this particular project. Um, so we already have Debian in and up and working. So these are the exercises for the iptables. So once this is sent, you guys get to work. Okay. This is the iptables instructions. I've sent you guys the commands. So those are the iptable instructions. And then I sent the creating the script instructions. And then I've also sent the creating the script commands that you will put in to create the script and validate the updated script that you've created. So everything, don't think too hard, but everything's in there. So Guillermo has did it, but yes, do Guillermo work on the iptables. Just have both of those files ready, and let me get to the bottom. So while y'all doing that, I'm probably gonna spend like 10, 15 minutes looking over these questions that I have to study for. But don't hesitate if you run into an issue or anything. Uh, don't hesitate to let me know. But get to work while I first figure out, Guillermo, why it's not uploading to the 4 Geeks, which it should. So let me uh, let me get that going.
Karen, I sent to you the report, Jason, because I don't know if you have more. I don't know, kind of. Uh, it's no service. Uh, Permissions in 4 gigs. That's the word. I can hear you. You are on mute.
Sorry. No. Yeah. So no, that's it. That's the file. That's you did it absolutely correct. That's the script text. That's yes. That's correct. It's not. Yeah. It's not supposed to make sense when it comes out. But yes. Um, it's supposed to look like that. So that's the half of cybersecurity. Things is going to look like that, and you have to. But yes. So now I'm just going to figure out how we're going to upload that report JSON file.
Okay, let
Because
me know if you need to. I try to upload for my session.
yeah, no
Okay.
problem. So it'll you'll actually have to do it. I just that may be
Okay.
it may be a troubleshoot issue that they have to go in and make sure that it's uploadable first. Uh, because it may be asking for a report JSON file, but it may be wanting to take something else. So it may want the report text. It may want the text file. So let me clarify that up. But no, you did 100%
All right. All
correct.
right.
Yes, you did. You did absolutely great job. Let me tell you that first. Great job. Uh, you did that
Thank you so
correct.
much.
Yes, sir. Mute again. So yes, so continue working. And just continue working. Make sure you get those files and uh, by the hopefully by the morning, everything will be able to upload. So um, just have it on standby once completed. But yes, get to keep working.
Hey, Karen.
Yes.
Hey, did you? I saw you were like typing and stuff. Did you want to continue our conversation Slack? Oh, you already sent it.
I
Sorry.
just sent the message. But no, yeah, man, no, it's perfectly understandable because I wanted to express like, don't think about knowing all of this at once because it's gonna be literally impossible unless you actually do Linux and let you actually work with Linux on a daily, work with networking on the daily. It will kind of be impossible to be necessarily an expert in it unless you're working with it daily, every day, every day, every day. So my thing is to with cybersecurity, you have to find your niche or find what you have a passion for and try to be an expert in that. That's the only way you're going to maximize your pay, maximize your role, maximize your how you fit into different businesses and what you can leverage. My expertise is in vulnerability management with risk and compliance with endpoint detection. So I'm basically reviewing, monitoring assets and logs, determining what their CVE score is, if it's a high impact, it's a low impact. And I go in, and if it's a vulnerability that it's fixable, I will take care of it. And there are tools to help mitigate and help solve these problems within your business. So I'm a little bit with the compliance side also because with vulnerability management, you got to know the vulnerabilities. You got to know what happened, what can we do better, how can we fix it, um, and what was the remediation plan for it. So that is my expertise. So I don't have too much expertise in Linux and networking because that wasn't my passion. Uh, Let alone I have basic knowledge of it, but uh, what my skill set is what's more marketable to me because you won't if you get into once you get into the space, everybody's gonna have their own particular role. Starting off as a junior or a regular security analyst, you're going to be monitoring, and mostly in the beginning, uh, very entry level, like your first couple weeks, you're probably just gonna only be working with phishing out emails, um,
Mhm.
phishing out emails, and fixing those and dealing with those. And then you get more into the logs and you monitoring, you getting tickets, you getting alerts. Um, that's more of that first level security analyst. You handling tickets, um, you troubleshooting if you need to troubleshoot, but with those and all those things, they have tools that will actually help you. And when you get into the interviews, they're going to ask you, okay, we're using, let's take for instance, we're using Tenable. Do you have experience in that? We're using Qualys Guard. Do you have experience in that? So that means their environment is working on that particular tool,
Mhm.
and it can automate all those things. You just have to know what you're talking about for one. You got to be able to articulate for two. So those are the biggest things. So being able to, so that's why I said read, read, read. So when somebody asks you, or when an employee asks you, you know what you're talking about. But at the same, because all jobs are role. If I'm in cybersecurity, I could be doing the job role can actually be having me do something totally different than your role as cybersecurity. So that's why it's impossible to know everything. That's why they tell you to take certain tests and have certain certifications um, that you can have, and each certification deals with something. So if you have a Network Plus, you're dealing with networks. You have a Linux Plus, you're dealing with Linux most of the time. You have a Security Plus, you're dealing with security. You have and then you have the Cybersecurity Analyst Plus, which deals with vulnerability in detection, risk assessment, and things in that nature. And then, just like what I'm studying for, the CISSP, that's more of a information practitioner. So I'm gonna be more of the management side. So it just literally depends on what route you want to do and what route you uh, want to enjoy. So don't think too hard on knowing all of this information. I promise you, it won't register in your head the way you want it to register in your head, unless you're doing the additional 2 to 3 hours a day on each lesson, trying to program it into your head, which that is totally okay. And I personally um, couldn't learn like that. I've taken boot camps. I've taken exams. So which helped me was a security plus exam, and then being able to articulate everything that I've learned in the different projects that I've learned inside of my boot camps, and also what I've learned in college. And then soft skills. Those soft skills is the biggest thing. Analytics, being able to be analytical, being able to have a thinker, being able to think quickly in a fast-paced environment, communication skills. These soft skills is the biggest, more than the technical sometimes, uh, because especially for an entry level role, for entry level, for 1 or 2 years of experience, that's still entry level. So, uh, and doing this counts as a year experience. So don't let that be registered in your head too. So doing this is a year in experience already. So once you get done with this, count this as a year. And but being able to transfer those soft skills that you already have, being able to understand, being able to read, being able to articulate and communicate to different people, being able to work great on a team, being able to articulate yourself on a team, two different team members, and depending on your role and where you're at, being able to talk to stakeholders. So these are people that's using your softwares and using your company softwares, and using their expertise to help out their business. So you have to talk to those business owners sometimes, depending on what role. Um, but most of the time, you would just talk to the appropriate team member of that company. But that's the biggest thing: being able to communicate everything that you've learned and what you've been able to establish. But once you start applying, you want to find your niche. What can you bring to the business? Because everybody wants to be cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be cybersecurity. I wanted to be cybersecurity. So the field is growing so much that people are literally trying to leave their day jobs and hop to cybersecurity, just like you guys did, just like I did, just like all of that. So the biggest thing is finding a niche. It's best to know a lot about a few things, than to know a little by a lot. If that makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense.
Just a little bit. So don't get discouraged, or don't be hard on yourself if you feel like you're not getting it or not understanding. But all these resources are at your disposal. So when it's time to do an interview, or when they give you a task, uh, you can use your resources, you can use the tools. So, but you do want to. So on your spare time, Google all the tools that are being used in certain spaces in cybersecurity, and go look at those tools. And then they have tools that have free training with them. And once you see that you have that hands-on experience with those tools, seeing how those tools work. So when they say, okay, do you have experience with Splunk? Oh yes, I have experience. That's the system event monitoring. So you're monitoring all them systems using Splunk. That's the event monitoring system. So it's monitoring events. You're gonna know exactly what Splunk does, and then how can it bring to that business. How can you bring that skill into that business? So it's all about business needs because everybody wants to be in cybersecurity. You want to find where you fit in, where's your niche, what do you want to be good at for one, what are you good at, and what do you want to be good at, and work very hard towards that. Um, because the space is very broad. It's a lot of, like I was explaining before, it's a lot of umbrellas under cybersecurity. Um, it's a whole. I think I have this. It's like a roadmap. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, yeah, it's like a roadmap to different roles. Yeah, so but most of the time when you first starting out, you're gonna be working on phishing attacks, maybe some ransomware and some denial of service.
Yeah.
But for entry level, but once you get past entry level, you're gonna start learning, you're gonna exploiting vulnerabilities, inquiries. That's what I started off doing. Cross-site scripting. Uh, that's some other stuff. 0-day exploits, just exploiting those vulnerabilities. But let me find this roadmap. I've definitely got a roadmap. Certain roles. Um, in certain roles, there's certain roadmaps, but entry level is going to be security analyst, either stock analyst or security analyst. They kind of go hand in hand. But SOC will probably be the first role, but it all depends what you like to do and um, what can you bring to the table for a role. So and then confidence. You gotta have that confidence. If that confidence ain't there, that's why I said even though if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna have to have some type of confidence on like, okay, this may be let me see. Yeah, I found it. So let me how can I okay. I'm gonna put it in Slack actually. Copy photo. So this is a little roadmap. Uh, so this is a little roadmap. If you guys can look it up. So these are the different tracks: entry level, middle level, leadership level. So that first entry level is going to be so at the bottom, the first row, the first bottom row. These are the tracks. These are the different things the different umbrellas you can hop into dealing with cybersecurity. But your first role is probably going to be a security analyst or a junior analyst in that sense, or maybe a SOC. Usually, SOC that is a security operations. But take for instance, security analyst is going to be your first role. Should be, but depending on what you want to do, network and security management. So you'll be a network analyst. That'll be your first. That'll be your second role, and then that'll be your entry level going into mid. You could be a consultant for the network security, or you could be a network security architect. So that tells you how far you can get up with that. But as far or pen tester can be one of those.
Yeah.
Um,
I was actually interested in that.
yeah, so a pen tester can be one of those. Pen testers, you're actually hacking, so you're
Yeah.
actually going in hacking with pen testing. But it's good to know those skills. It's good to know every and all
Right.
skills. But you want to find your lane, your niche, what you want to be good at, what you feel like you're going to be good at, and
Yeah.
and see where your transferable skills can go into. But with this course, don't think too hard. I only say that don't think too hard because these resources not going anywhere. So they're always going to be there to help you if you want to go back and read, if you want to go back and do this, if you want to redo the project over and over again. It's always there. So that's the good thing. So don't be too alarmed. Don't be hurt with yourself just because you're not getting it this week, these 3 days that we're having. Uh, but over time, you're definitely gonna know all this stuff. So don't get too discouraged on yourself because everyone in here is actually doing a wonderful job uh, dealing with the circumstances that we did have. So uh, I feel like I'm trying to be better also as far as providing you guys with those simplified versions.
Yeah.
Because the 4 Gs, that's a lot of information. And some of the information is just repetitive. I've tried to slim everything down pertaining to its its subject and matter. But yeah, if you look at this list, you got security operations. You'll be a security analyst. You can go to SOC, incident response, detection and response. Uh, you can go endpoint security, endpoint detection and security. Uh, you can go desktop, mobile, and you can go hardware. So that's the thing too. You can either work in the cloud, you can work physical, you can work on the mobile, you can work just depending on the role.
Yeah.
You have threat intelligence, and then you have forensic specialists. Forensics is just is the yeah forensics is forensics. Um, I feel like that was a little bit more harder as far as learning, but it's still with forensics. It's look, it's only 2 levels with forensics because most of the time with forensics level, they're probably starting off at 90 to 100K. So. Uh,
Thank you so much, by the way, for all this information.
No, I'm here to help, man. Cause I was you guys. Trust me, I was you guys. Uh, years back, I was you guys. I was definitely you guys. I actually, I'm in a role now, but I'm actually trying to transition into the just straight compliance. But I do have an interview next week, hopefully that goes well.
Mhm.
Uh, and what they're paying is what I need. So
Yeah. I hope you
but
get it.
yeah, I hope so. But it's just that's the space I want to be in. That's the space I chose to be great in. But with compliance, it's those analytic skills. You got to know the frameworks. We was talking about a few frameworks: the NIST, the ISO 27, 27 001. You got GDRP. You got HIPAA. But those frameworks and those regulations, it's pretty boring. But without this role, the valuable of this role is so valuable um, that every business, every tech company, every business needs someone in compliance to make sure that everyone's following rules, staying up to date with those rules. So It's meeting deadlines. It's being able to communicate. Being able to do those risk assessments, documentations, implementing, and also being an advocate for trainings, being making sure that everyone in the whole is up to date with their regulatory and compliance, technical compliance rules and regulations. So that's because I know risk assessment, I know endpoint detection, I know how to conduct risk assessments, I know how to be able to communicate, bring those soft skills over. Um, what else? I know a lot of things. I know a lot of things, but it's all about what you like to do and what you think you'll thrive in. So knowing all of this is is impossible to know it all. This is it's just like college. Once you graduate college, you literally forget everything. Am I
Yeah. No, you're lying.
graduate high school, you graduate college, you forget everything unless it's like the very, very basics. You're gonna forget everything. But with college, with boot camps and what we're doing now, all the resources is more available to you. So when someone do ask or you do present yourself, you're gonna be able to, talk what you need to talk about. Articulate yourself the way you need to articulate yourself. It does interview preps, and just having that confidence. Be yourself. Transparency is a big thing. Showing your personality is a big thing. And just being a hard worker. And then you want to be able to show companies that you always continue to learn. Once they hear that you staying up to date with the trends, you're staying up to date with your learning, you're eager to learn more about the role and eager to learn more about continue your education. Some roles will pay for the certifications that you want, depending on the role, depending on the company. But some will definitely invest in your own future, your own career. So um, that's the great thing too. So the biggest thing is just having that on your resume or having these skills, these soft skills, and being able to articulate the technical as well as you can. Your soft skills, you'll be just fine. Just don't get too hard on yourself. Continue to talk with those mentors because they're here to help. I had a conversation with Jesse. He's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful guy. So if you want to continue to keep working with him, continue. Um, um, we're all here to help, but just don't beat yourself up if you can't possibly understand it. But with the projects, um, with the projects, completing them is the biggest thing because once you complete them, you can always go back. You can always see what you did. So when somebody asks, you're like, "Oh, I've created scripts and scheduled them and validated them inside the Debian." You can tell them exactly what you did as far as steps, um, and also deploying websites on that, downloading these type of working with you. You have ample amount of experience with Linux now, Kali Linux, Debian. So uh, just being to articulate, you guys already have experience. So look at that as the bright side. Working every day gives you that experience and that experience to tell others. So you know how when you turn in a project and then that pop-up pops up and be like, congratulations, you've completed this project. Do you want to share it with your friends and things of that nature? So it's a big deal. So just complete those projects. And then having that certification of graduation at the end just shows employers that you've put in the time, you put in the effort to um, continue to learn, and that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that they want. That's the biggest thing. Um, is hiring someone that is hardworking, continue to want to work, being able to articulate themselves, organization, and that's it. That's the first. That's the first few things they want to get out of you immediately before they even start talking about technical stuff. Because if your resume speaks on the technical stuff, most of the time they know it, so they don't want to. They don't have to hear it too much about it. So you can express that you have certain skills that can translate into the business, and some soft skills that can be translated into the business, and also you have technical proficiencies in such, and of course, research companies, what they about, what their mission is, salaries. But yeah, don't be discouraged and be hard on yourself. But I see the time, so I'm gonna let you guys go. And I apologize and I thank you guys for staying on. I didn't even see the time. But yeah, man, if y'all got any questions or cybersecurity questions, career questions, just hit me on Slack. And I'll try my best to I'll try my best to give you some answers if needed. Yeah, but don't be too hard. Trust me, this is not a overnight success thing. So you guys are doing great so far. So just keep up the work. Keep the completion up. Just focus on completion, because once you complete something, that's all the confidence you need. Once you complete something, that's the completion and knowing that is right. That's the psychological welfare that you need to implant in your brain. Once you research it, you find it, you finish it, you complete it, and it's correct. That is the that is the that is the thrill, you know. But you guys get some rest. I apologize for going over this long.
Yeah, no, thank you. You helped. I needed that.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you.
no problem, no problem. But if like I said, don't cancel anything. Keep working, keep asking for that help. Keep asking for all the help that you want. That's where we are here for. That's what 4G is here for. They've actually been very, very helpful to me, so that's why I'm just advocating for them. So just keep pushing through. Don't give up, and you guys are doing great. Trust me. All right, peace, love.
Good night.
Good night.